The mission to Mars was simple on paper. Recover and return with a newly discovered lifeform, a potential breakthrough for science and humanity. The crew consisted of 4 astronauts: Captain Elena Drake, biologist Dr. Arjun Mehta, engineer Sandra Velasquez, and pilot Marcus Green. They called their target Specimen Omega, an organism unlike anything seen before. A worm-like creature with legs like a spider and movements as fluid as an octopus. Mars was barren, yet the specimen thrived in an underground cavern, pulsating with a strange bioluminescence. Its intricate movements fascinated and unsettled the crew. Dr. Mehta, drawn to its complexity, assured everyone that their containment protocols would prevent any mishap. No one questioned the alien's potential lethality. The thought seemed absurd, until it wasn't. Once aboard the spaceship, Specimen Omega remained in its containment chamber, or so they believed. Subtle malfunctions in the ship's systems were dismissed as minor glitches. Sandra worked tirelessly to repair them, while Marcus focused on navigating back to Earth. Then the nightmares began. Each crew member reported strange, vivid dreams of webs of tendrils wrapping around planets, stars, entire galaxies. They didn't know the alien was broadcasting its intent directly into their minds. On the 3rd night, Sandra failed to show up for her shift. The others found her in her quarters, staring blankly at the wall, a thin, glistening tendril burrowed into her skull. Her body convulsed violently, her eyes wide with an unnatural gleam. She lunged at them with a strength they couldn't have anticipated. Her guttural voice replaced by distorted, otherworldly growls. Elena and Marcus tried to subdue her, calling her name, pleading for her to stop. But Sandra was no longer recognizable, her movements erratic and hostile. Dr. Mehta tried to administer a sedative, but it was too late. Sandra had become a vessel for the alien. They managed to restrain her, but not without injuries. As she thrashed against her bonds, the realization hit them like a tidal wave. The alien used its tendrils to connect to the host's brain, overriding their will. It wasn't just a parasite, it was a predator, seeking to dominate. And now, it was loose. As the ship hurtled closer to Earth, the remaining crew worked to find a solution. Elena initiated a lockdown, confining everyone to their quarters. Dr. Mehta and Marcus devised a plan to isolate the infected and vent the contaminated sections of the ship into space. Yet their efforts were futile. The alien was always one step ahead. It moved through the ship's air ducts, infecting Marcus during a maintenance check. By the time they found him, he was already lost, his infected body sabotaging their life support systems. Desperate, Elena and Arjun launched an emergency transmission to Earth, warning them of the alien's threat. Their message was grim. Do not allow us to land. Destroy the ship at all costs. But their warning came too late. The alien, now controlling Marcus, redirected the ship's course toward a distant planet, its surface teeming with similar creatures. It is creating an army, Arjun realized, his voice trembling. It is multiplying. In a final act of defiance, Elena armed the ship's self-destruct sequence. But as she entered the final code, a tendril pierced her shoulder. The alien was in the room. It had used Marcus to infiltrate the command center. She screamed, fighting the invasion as the alien's tendrils clawed toward her skull. Arjun, watching from behind a sealed door, hesitated. If he helped her, they'd both be infected. If he didn't, the alien would stop her from completing the self-destruct sequence. Tears streamed down his face as he made his choice. He unlocked the hatch and ran to Elena, grabbing her trembling hands as she struggled against the alien's grip. "Elena, stay with me. Fight it," he urged. But her eyes flickered between humanity and something far darker. With her final ounce of control, she slammed her hand onto the console, activating the sequence. Arjun pulled her away from the tendrils, but her body went limp as the alien's hold consumed her mind completely. Her head turned toward him, her face twisting into an eerie, unnatural smile. The countdown halted. The alien had overridden the system. The ship veered toward the alien planet, its cargo bay opening to release hundreds of dormant specimens into orbit. As the planet's gravitational pull embraced them, Arjun knew the truth. They were being brought back to Earth, not as saviors, but as heralds of extinction. Humanity's final broadcast from the ship ended in static, punctuated by one chilling phrase from Elena's distorted voice. "We are coming. Subscribe to my channel to support us in creating even more amazing content you'll love. Your support makes all the difference." Don't forget to like and share.